What do you get when you combine the NLBMDA Industry Summit and the Home Channel News Pro Dealer Conference? You get the first ever Pro Dealer Industry Summit, held October 1st to 3rd here in Chantilly, Virginia at the Westfields Marriott. Just outside the nation's capital, politics and the economy were top of mind throughout the event. Former Speaker of the House Newt Gingrich kicked off the event with a keynote speech sponsored by the National Association of Home Builders.
The real underlying economic weight of the planet is enormous and growing, and there's no sign that that's going to change. The third big thing that's happening is the sheer explosion of communications, which means that more and more people are connected to more and more people in ways that leads to more and more creativity. And so all, in my mind as a historian, all three of those say that once we come through the current, think of this as a bad case of indigestion. Once we come through the current indigestion, the odds are fairly high we're going to resume historic growth rate, which in this country averages better than 3% a year.
That optimism carried over into the NLBMDA's silent auction, held on the exhibit floor, and also into the NLBMDA's leadership dinner, where honorees included Jesse Brand of Columbus, Indiana-based Brands, Inc., recognized for outstanding service to the NLBMDA. The dinner also celebrated the election of ProBuild's Paul Hylbert as incoming chairman of the NLBMDA. Here's his memorable introduction by past chairman Harold Baalmann of B&B Lumber.
For all of you guys that compete against ProBuild, here's the son of a bitch that runs it. Here I am. Thanks, Harold.
Networking was on the agenda as well, including on the links at the Golf Shamble tournament sponsored by Dow Building Solutions. And on the exhibit floor, suppliers, dealers, and distributors conducted business and showed off products and services. Another big highlight of the event was the Pro Dealer of the Year Award dinner. Honored as the 2008 Independent Pro Dealer of the Year was Keim Lumber of Charm, Ohio. Robbie Keim and CFO Laverne Schleybaugh accepted on behalf of the single unit dealer. Also honored was 22 location Curtis Lumber of Ballston Spa, New York. 5th generation owner Jay Curtis and Doug Ford accepted the award. The summit's educational element included a keynote luncheon featuring the NAHB's Jerry Howard, who addressed the legislative topic of the day, the Troubled Asset Relief Plan.
This bill will not do enough, in our opinion, to restore the housing markets. What it will do, importantly, what it will do is it will restore some flexibility for those people who are in troubled mortgages right now, and hopefully that will stem the tide of foreclosure.
While the economy weighed heavily on the minds of attendees, the event also covered the nuts and bolts of running a business better. In one panel discussion titled The Supply Chain Revolution, Tony Callahan of Beazer Homes talked about the need to focus on cost.
If you missed anything that I'm going to tell you, please don't miss this slide. So as you can see in this picture, there's been way too much focus on price, not enough on cost.
More than 240 people attended the first ever Pro Dealer Industry Summit. This is Ken Clark, editor of Home Channel News, reporting from Chantilly, Virginia.